Night of Champions here. We can go down the list of picks here. In our first matchup here, we have Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. This rivalry has kind of been a little lukewarm to me a little bit, but it's actually picking up, of course, with the last promo on Raw that I've seen having a war of words there. Becky Lynch even referencing the time that Vince McMahon made Trish Stratus bark like a dog. So there's a little bit of heat here that's building a little bit here that I thought wasn't there because I felt like the storyline, of course, with Trish saying she's not a novelty act, being brought back by Becky Lynch and all that when she came back to help her. She's not a novelty act. She's a Hall of Famer. She made the women's division. And that's kind of what they're standing on. What do you guys think about this one? And who do you guys got winning?
You can go ahead, Lewis.
I think the only thing I've gotten out of this rivalry is probably this last Becky promo, which I didn't even catch live. I saw like the highlights of it, which was pretty good. But I think Trish is definitely showing her age, especially in her promos, and just like legit sounding like a mom trying to talk trash, and it's just like it's not funny.
She's technically a mom trying to talk trash.
Exactly.
She's really. Yeah, well, was Trish ever known as a great promo though? I don't ever remember her having.
She could talk shit. She could.
Yeah.
She was a good shit talker.
At least,
but I think
her shit across. But
it's a different day and age, and the shit that might have been cool way back in the 90s isn't hitting like it is now. Like it's just not. I don't even remember the thing like that first promo after she beat up Becky. I was like, this is a little cringy. I'm like, there's just stuff that she was saying was just like outdated and like, oh, how are you gonna be mad at this right now? I'm like, okay, I know you're trying to play it to the crowd, but it's just not.
Ronda Rousey promos?
Yo, not as bad. I will gladly say it's not as bad because I can't stand me some Ronda Rousey. But I see Becky winning this easily. I don't know. I feel like they're holding Becky for something bigger. I don't know if she's gonna get another title shot, but I feel like she's also kind of similar to the Seth Rollins thing, where just like the Logan Paul, the freaking, the Omos, like just keeping her in these other things, keeping her out of the title shot. I mean, I think her and Rhea, I think would actually be a great fucking setup. So I think that maybe they're holding off, maybe saving that for SummerSlam. I don't know.
They haven't switched the titles yet.
I don't know what the hell they're waiting for. If you're bringing out new titles, just do it now.
If there's a plan, okay. If there's not, this is the stupidest shit that we've ever seen on WWE television. Or one of the stupidest things we've ever seen on WWE television. So there better be a plan. I'm getting tired.
Like, there's no point in even saying the Raw Women's Champions on SmackDown, the SmackDown Women's Champions. All right, it makes no sense. Like, why even keep saying the brand titles? Just say, if anything, get rid of the title. Just say, oh, this is the Raw Women's Champions. This is the SmackDown Women's Champions. Like, why still? What was the point of
do it that way?
Like on SmackDown this past Friday, after the Asuka and Bianca segment, they put up the graphic of the title match, and when Michael Cole was describing it, he said Women's Championship. So it's like,
what are they doing with it? Like,
exactly. What are they doing? Women's Championship because they're on SmackDown.
Watch magically the titles just like come to the respective sides on Night of Champions. Like, oh, now this is for the SmackDown Women's Champion on SmackDown. This is for the Raw.
I'm fine with that. Just do it already. Just do it. Just do it.
Or like I said, hey, if it's called Night of Champions, they could also honestly reveal new titles. Like, if anything, reveal new titles where like dope. Everything else. I'd be fucking happy. The tag titles please just need something new. Give me the old titles. I don't care. Give me something. But the tag titles right now just look so dumb. They literally look rusted. They look like there's not even silver anymore.
I'm pretty sure they're trying to figure it out what they're doing with those because it's like it needs to happen. Something needs to happen.
They should have had this all planned before the draft. Like I don't know.
They should have had this planned WrestleMania. That's when they should have had it planned.
I mean, you had the World Championship belt set for Night of Champions and everything. You tell me you can have done something else for all the other titles. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Who knows, man?
All right. So, Lewis, you mentioned the word cringy. Up until the contract signing on Monday Night Raw, this entire feud has been very, very cringy and very shaky. It all started with the actual turn from the very beginning. I mean, we even looked at it. It's like we even looked at it and said we knew
what,
or that the execution was done very, very poorly.
Very poorly.
It's almost like it was very poorly, and also it shows that Trish is kind of showing her age as far as execution goes, and as far as mic skills go. Obviously, I mean, I felt that the promo that she cut when she had the before Becky Lynch came back, when she had the where's Becky's missing with the signs and such, and it's like it was very cringy. It wasn't believable. But to go into this match, I actually feel that Trish is actually going to pull this out because I feel like this feud isn't done, unfortunately. Because you gotta remember now they just split the brands, so these feuds have to go longer than one show, in my opinion. And Becky and Trish, I think those names are big enough, and yeah, well. Excuse me. And I feel like those names are big enough where even if we get another month of the same cringiness that we've been getting, it will be acceptable because it's Becky Lynch and this Trish. But I feel like Trish is probably gonna like cheat or someone's gonna get DQ'd. Somehow,
somebody's gonna come out and help her.
Somehow, some way, this feud is gonna continue and probably end officially at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Now that you're saying that, it makes sense. And you know how I figure it's going to go into SummerSlam because Lita's going to come back because I guarantee somebody's going to help her win at Night of Champions. Like, I don't know, maybe like a Lacey Evans or whoever, you know, that Trisha's probably recruited or whatever, somebody that's not being utilized. And then you're going to have Trish and whoever in a tag match against Becky and Lita at SummerSlam. That actually just like makes sense right now. Because why do another one-on-one for no title, it's just getting back at each other, you know? Might as well throw some more women in there and make it like, yeah.
I'm going to go Trish with this one, simply for the fact it's like Becky Lynch has been winning a lot. Trish Stratus, I don't think you just bring a legend back to lose in this situation now with how it's going, even though it's cringy and how it was. I feel like there's too much invested in both of them to just end it like that, because if Becky Lynch wins, then it's like, what is the purpose of Trish doing all this, right? Like, she needs to egg it on a little bit more. I actually think this is possibly going to go into the Money in the Bank. Maybe Trish crosses Becky there as well to kind of, if that's the only way I can see if Becky was to win, that Trish would come back at Money in the Bank, cost her a match, and then set up the SummerSlam match.
That's exactly what's going to happen. They're both going to be participating.
I feel like that's going to happen regardless. But that's the way if Becky does win. But I feel like Trish is so, like, the way everything's been cringy, she kind of needs to win. And it's not going to hurt Becky if she loses. Even though I've been wrong about every situation of this in the past with Omos, Logan Paul.
Okay, well, Omos was your fault. I don't know why you messed that up.
Yeah, I don't know where you were going with that.
Omos, that was your fault.
It was the best 10 minutes he had. I'm just saying. It was the best 10 minutes he had, man. It was great.
Hey, give me a good 30 and maybe.
Oh, come on.
Still a free agent and hasn't been seen since.
Oh, man. That's not
maybe if he beats the Dolph Ziggler, maybe I'll give him a fighting chance.
Unless he's on main event or something now.
Let's create
show that nobody watches.
Let's create a new title for Omos.
Title.
A main event title. There we go.
Oh my god.
Me and Brian are going Trish. Lewis is going Becky.
I'm gonna change my answer. I'm gonna go Trish.
Are you switching up now?
Yeah, I am. I don't know. Like what you just said makes a lot more sense, and I'm like, and it's funny that you say that because
they have to extend it. I feel like
it's what's been going on with every feud. Look at the Edge feud. Look at the fucking Rey Mysterio Dom feud. Like they've just been going on for so long. I would not even be shocked if this went until like the next WrestleMania, like just to have Trish in there for a match, like, and she'll take a break like the rest of the year and then come back right at the Rumble and screw Becky in.
Like, God damn it! Why can't we get rid of them? God damn it! No, that was rough, man. Like, we do not need it. I don't want a Judgment Day Edge.
Yeah, no. Like, as much as I love Edge too, but like the matches were just like, yeah, like
it's okay.
I wouldn't mind another Edge title.
The problem with that feud is that, like, bro, for over like a year, it was like repetitive. Like Edge gets his ass beat. Edge gets his ass beat. Edge got his ass beat twice, or he got his ass beat. Then him and Beth got his ass beat, and they both came back. Oh, we back. We want revenge. Like yo, we've already been down this road twice now. You're like, come on.
It's not like it's a blood feud. Like it's blood. Yeah, literally got gashed. The Kali chop right down the middle of his head, just 15 stitches. Just right down the middle of his head. Shout out to Kali. Moving on to our next match. We have Rhea Ripley versus Natalya for the SmackDown Women's title.
First of all, before we continue, how do you spell Rhea's name wrong? See, Dominic's going to get you for that.
Wait, what do you mean?
I did.
He spelled Rhea's name wrong with the ball.
I have an H.
Oh,
you
take REA.
It's a good hard time, man. He gonna pull up.
He thought he was sounding like he was in Australia. Rhea.
Is it RERHEA?
No, it's RHEA.
I don't know.
You know what?
RHEA. Yeah, I had an extra H at the end.
All I'm gonna say is Rhea's gonna win and get Natalya out of here. Okay, just get her out. Put her in the Hall of Fame, and just ya no in Spanish. Ya no más, please. No mores. No mores.
Nobody is interested in this feud. Like as soon as like Lewis said, Natalya came out. When Natalya came out, we all just shook our head in disgust. And like I said, it's been the same song and dance with her for the last like 15 years. And this goes back to what I said about the draft.
You didn't like her power walk to the ring. Wow, who was it?
She helped Dana Brooke so much.
Dana Brooke
saved her. She saved her.
Dana Brooke getting beat up.
And see, and this feud goes back to what I said. It goes back to what I said initially about the draft. I mean, SmackDown got Bianca Belair, Charlotte, Asuka. That's the three top women in your company right now, with the other two in your top being Becky Lynch and Rhea. And like I said, and you got Io Shirai over there with Bayley, who they're eventually going to break up. So then, so SmackDown pretty much has all the good women, and Raw only has really like two good women, plus maybe Raquel Rodriguez.
Because she's about to be a single star. She's about to be a single star. So
she should be.
She should be.
That's going to be the SummerSlam match for the women's. That's going to be the SummerSlam match. That's my opinion. But other than your favorite Ronda Rousey, I mean, they're really
SummerSlam spoiler.
I mean, realistically, sadly, they still. As much as we don't like Ronda, they still look at the name like it's legit, even though we don't feel that way. It's still Ronda. It's still Ronda Rousey. So realistically, if they want her to take us to take her seriously again, they can make her a contender easily.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not a good match. Rhea Ripley retains. If they really want to do us all a favor, they won't do this because of Saudi Arabia and obviously women being able to compete over there is a big thing. But if they really want to do us a favor, make this like a Goldberg match, 30 seconds in and out.
Before you go, Dan. Before you go, Dan.
Oh, man.
I literally
I'm just saying,
I see this match as like you can like think of it like if you guys have watched any anime, it's literally just a filler arc that just needs that nobody wants. It's just like, yo, give us the good story. Get this flashback shit out of here. I don't need this side mission. Give me the fucking story, like, please.
I hear you. Like Naruto.
Or Dragon Ball Z, where there's 15 episodes just to get to Frieza. It's like, yo, he's right over there.
Guys could just, attack him and, fight him. You guys don't have to fight his minions. Yeah.
Been powering up for 10 episodes.
I think they're going to shock the world there and go Natalya.
Oh, shut up. Shut your mouth. Yeah, you better shut your mouth.
No, I'm going Rhea.
Tell me
you just did not say that.
You just say that.
I'd believe, Dan, if this was like a ladder match and I saw Natalya do like a 360 splash, and I'd be like, wow. Wow, finally some pep in her step.
Or if they built her before this as a winner and somebody who is legit and build up the sharpshooter, kind of like how they did against Naomi, which still haunts me from a couple SummerSlams ago. But yeah, it's Rhea Ripley, man. She's not losing right now. She just got the belt. There's too much star power with her and too much to do and so much more to go. And of course, with the Raquel Rodriguez potential matchup, I feel like that's the big matchup, even though we'll see how that goes. That's the money match right now on Raw right now, because we don't know who's there. So Zoe Stark is there right now.
She might be starting to get a pop soon.
No, Zoe Stark, she's kind of a prick. Wasn't she a prick on Raw to Candice LeRae and Nikki Cross? So we'll see how that goes. But I didn't know much about her character, but I know she was awesome in ring. So I'm like,
yeah.
For her to be a prick, I'm like, okay, she's a heel, I guess. So
I guarantee she's gonna end up changing her finisher though, because she can't do that thing to everybody. Like, how are you gonna do that to like a Piper Nivens or whoever? Like, you're not doing that move to everybody.
Maybe she can. All right, so we're all going Rhea. Yeah, that's pretty much Rhea.
Where is now? Piper? Is she on Raw?
Yeah, she's on Raw. So they just haven't used it.
Bro, they should be treating her and not
give her a push.
I said from jump, she should be the one. She should be the next challenger right now. Not Natalya.
Easily. Come on now. She's
honestly, I think she's heels, right? They're both heels.
Yeah.
They should be working together.
And then have a turn.
That would be the ideal. That would be the ideal thing.
See, we should just be writers for Raw and SmackDown.
Just call Triple H like, hey,
put us on. We can do this.
If you want to pay somebody probably half of what you're paying, what the other guys are paying right now, we can do it easily.
give us 1 year, and if we don't deliver, we quit.
Oh yeah, and one more thing. That old 75-year-old bastard better not have any input on anything that we say.
Of course he is.
If he's involved,
of course he is.
I'm not offering anything.
Oh man, hey man, he's been.
You know what we need? We need another bra and panties match.
What's the guy? John Laurinaitis?
Power and positivity.
People power.
People power.
That was such a terrible time.
Oh God! Remember when the laptop was the
GM?
And I quote.
Yo, I would never forget the laptop.
Some of the darkest times of wrestling was that laptop. God, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And then they just crapped on it. It was like, oh, it's Hornswoggle. It was Hornswoggle all this time. Like, what?
Vince is a legitimate son.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Dark.
I don't know what's even worse to continue talking about. Continue talking about this or going into this Bianca Belair versus Asuka match now.
Hey!
What?
Hey,
this is a good match.
It is a good match.
I'm gonna go first. I'm going to Asuka, baby. It's time. It is time. Give her due.
Yeah, I will say this much though. This is how it should. This is how it should have been booked going into the WrestleMania match. And as far as legitimizing Asuka as a heel, I mean, I think the fact that they were still technically both baby faces is what kind of threw the whole thing off when they were building it initially. But now you see, Asuka with the mist now legitimizing the mist as a threat.
Actually, she was doing that before though. She was spitting in everybody's face.
Yeah, but she hadn't gotten Bianca with it until right then and there. Before then, I think she had to use it in the WrestleMania match and Bianca dodged it. But now she's actually used it and legitimized herself as a heel. But Daniel, I know you think that it's time.
It's got to be.
I don't. I know Bianca just broke the record at the last pay-per-view, so she's the longest reigning women's champion. So it would make sense. But I just feel like similar with the first match we covered with Becky and Trish. I just feel like there's going to be more meat on the bone with this feud, and that Asuka's win is not going to be not coming until probably Money in the Bank. I see Bianca winning here, and then maybe there's a rematch at Money in the Bank, and then that's where we see Asuka.
Third rematch though.
Yeah.
So okay, this is way out left, but you know what? I feel like I don't know. I see Bianca just being such a better heel, and I feel like she should get the Braun Breaker treatment where she loses the title here, and then gets it back in Money in the Bank. And if you really want to, she gets it back in Money, but she has that just make her heel. Yes, I know that Asuka's like the heel now, and then if her, but I don't know. When I saw her freaking out after the whole Mist thing, that just gave me heel vibes. When they're like, "Oh, how could you do this to me?" Like that just what was
over the top.
I was getting. Yeah, and I'm like, why are you doing the backstage segment when she's freaking out and she still has it?
It was Brie Bella, with Daniel Bryan Kane type screams.
Yeah,
when it was just over the top.
So I say you can take the title off of her, but then not necessarily give it back, but I say make her a heel now. I think it's time. I think we've had a long Bianca babyface run, and I honestly, it's gotten kind of sour. She's, I don't know if it's gotten sour, but
she doesn't have any opponents.
Yeah,
that's the issue. Doesn't have any opponents.
A huge part of it.
I know, but you okay then? If yes, she hasn't had, but I think people are also a little tired of it. Get a new baby face in there, and then have her be a heel, kind of like Charlotte. Has always gone. Should we be a baby face here? Should we be a heel here? Whenever it's time to be, which one she'll be it. But I think Bianca needs the heel turn.
Here we go. So Asuka wins, has a heel turn, right? So Asuka's the heel. Charlotte has been gone for a little bit. She returns to face Asuka. They have a little feud for a little while, and then bam. Eventually, Charlotte's going to win at some point, right? We know Charlotte's going to get the title again, right? So she wins at some point, and then that's when the heel turn happens for Bianca Belair. When everybody loves Charlotte again, bam! That's
the thing, though. That's the thing. Everybody's not gonna love Charlotte again.
They're not.
No, Charlotte's a better heel than she is a babyface.
Yeah, she is.
She has to naturally go into that babyface heel. She can't come back hey,
people want Rhea to win that match.
She can be a heel against everybody who's smaller than her, right? That's how I look at it. When she came back and beat Ronda Rousey, that was a face turn. Her versus Rhea Ripley, she was the face. Regardless of how the crowd, that's just momentum on Rhea Ripley's side, which caused Charlotte to look like she was the heel because the crowd reaction, because they ultimately thought this was the crowning moment for Rhea Ripley. But her coming back, unfortunately, defeating Asuka at some point, that's probably a better time to turn Bianca a heel, because it's Charlotte can be heel against everybody else, but in that situation, that's the perfect time to have Bianca be heel in my mind.
If she beats a heel Asuka, basically.
Yes, because if Charlotte beats a heel Asuka at some point in time, hopefully Money in the Bank or whatever they figure it out, Bianca Belair can be a heel against Charlotte because at least we know Charlotte is of that caliber to be of on par of Bianca Belair, which we haven't really had.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm kind of looking at that. Hopefully at some point, but yeah, I think Bianca Belair needs to turn heel at some point.
Give me a triple threat: Asuka, Charlotte, and Bianca. That I feel like that would be.
That's coming.
I know. I feel like that's coming. I see that easily as a SummerSlam match.
That's probably gonna be a match during the fall at one of these fall pay-per-views.
No, it has to happen because it's like they've been keeping Charlotte and Bianca away from each other, and it's like for a long time that's the matchup we needed it, and it's like that's the matchup Bianca Belair needs, right? Like Asuka was a great match at WrestleMania. I thought that was an awesome match, and it's like because that's actually a good wrestler that she can actually go against. But it's like Charlotte is the one that we kind of need Bianca to go against right now, and hopefully we get there.
WrestleMania 40. Nah, I'm serious. You have to hold it off until then, man.
Whoa.
You have to hold it off until then.
That's a miles away.
I know it's a minute away, but yeah, you have to.
So you're gonna have Bianca. So you're gonna have Bianca Belair win the title at WrestleMania again.
I mean, I wasn't thinking it. I wasn't thinking it was.
He has won like the past 3 WrestleMania. Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch. Asuka. You're gonna have her win 4 in a row.
Hey, she is Ric Flair's daughter.
That's what I'm saying. And she did lose at last year's WrestleMania, so
Charlotte does redeem herself.
So Charlotte does need to get a win.
If she's the baby face and Bianca's a heel, I mean, you can still have Bianca win as a heel. Like that's not uncommon for a heel to win at WrestleMania too, you know.
Okay, so you're gonna have Charlotte lose 2 WrestleMania matches in a row.
But she could be the champ going in. She'll probably be the champ going in though, and yeah.
Nah, you can't do that.
At this point, yes, you can. At this point, she can. If she's still main eventing, she can lose. Like
no losses. No losses affect her. No losses affect her.
They don't.
And I actually feel like this could be the time to have whenever Charlotte does come back, whenever she comes back, this can be the time to have those type of feuds with Asuka that we were supposed to get the first time, where these 2 are the top 2 women going at each other, trying to kill each other. That's where that feud should go. And then after that, Bianca comes in and picks up the pickings of whoever's left. If Asuka wants to, if they give Asuka the win after that, make Bianca go after her, make Bianca go after Charlotte. Or maybe that's a way to turn, like, I don't know. They'll figure it out. But they got to figure it out and get Bianca Belair heel, get the Street Profits
either
heel.
Save the triple threat for, like SummerSlam or, like, fall. But I think either...
to me, that's a SummerSlam match. You
gotta have but then you could also still do something like that for WrestleMania. Like you had you had the Becky, Charlotte, Ronda triple threat at Mania. Like you could do something like that again.
Yeah, absolutely. They can do that multiple times. That's a money made match. Like people are going to want to see that. So,
but yeah, I think I'm gonna go Asuka for this one because I feel like there's gonna be at least one title change at Night of Champions. There has to be. You can't have everybody retain. So
there is going to be a title change. There's going to be a new champion, which we'll get to later. But there will be a new champion.
That doesn't count. It's not a title change.
It is a title change. It was vacant.
It wasn't even here. Nobody had it. Nobody had it.
Vacant. All right. So me and Lewis going Asuka, Brian going Bianca. Let's get to the next match. Our Intercontinental match. Gunther versus Mustafa Ali. Why does it say Gunther? What's the way
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa.
Yeah.
Like I think we all know.
You don't like it being mispronounced. Mustafa Ali.
I think we all know who's winning this match.
Yeah.
Go down.
Mustafa Ali. They're in Saudi Arabia.
You gotta believe in Ali. Boom.
Whoa. This could be Mustafa Ali's time.
No.
Come on, guys.
In what capacity?
This is the easiest one. way to move Gunther main event scene.
And
give Mustafa Ali a mid.
Are you gonna give him the Cody Brock treatment? Oh, you rolled him up. He got the shoulders.
Let me clear all this up right now. You know how I know this match is full of shit. On Raw, it was a 6-man tag to main event the show between Imperium and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and they had to pick a partner. Now that ended up being Riddle. So if they really wanted to take this match with seriousness, Mustafa Ali should have been the third person. So that's how I know they're like, okay, yeah, Gunther's gonna run through him, and then Gunther's gonna be onto other things with the Intercontinental title, because like they didn't even respect Ali enough to even put him in the 6-man. So this is like we said, this is literally just as
the lead up to the pay-per-view.
I guarantee those pyros he got when he won the opportunity was probably the most silent pyros. Like the crowd was just like
unnecessary pyros too. I'm like, yo, that shit was so extra. It was like,
why was that?
You won the Battle Royal, like, okay,
bro. I want to.
This is just like Lex Luger.
Bro,
yeah, it's just like
I don't know why.
I don't know why
they're not. I don't know why they're not. Well, wait, was Bronson Reed in that Battle Royal?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he was.
I want him to get the fucking push now.
Not yet, man. Not yet.
Yes.
Probably later in the year.
Even if he were to lose, even if he were to lose to Gunther, I feel like he would have lost with Imperium helping him, and it would still keep him like
is he a face or a heel? Is he a face
supposed
or a
to be
heel?
a heel.
I think he's a heel, but I think
that's why I'm like, they can't.
There's no one for the feud.
They're not going to do that.
But I feel like against Gunther, who's he's a legit heel, he could easily play into like that, not baby face, but like Seth Rollins-ish, Dean Amber-ish, like.
They need to understand that they can do those type of matches without having to feel like everything has to be heel face. Yeah, like these should just be two guys who are hungry, who want to get to go after the title. It should just be that simple. It should just be that simple. A lot of storylines can be like that. It doesn't have to mean, oh, this guy's a baby face or whatever the case may be, or whatever the case. Just have the guy do something heelish next week. Yeah. Like he helps Gunther win his next match or something like that.
Like just have people just have contenders. It doesn't. Yeah, you can clearly see when someone's a clear babyface, someone's a clear heel. But they can be an in between. It doesn't have to be, well, we can't have him with him or have him with it. Like, no, these are two good ass dudes. Like, have them fight. These are dream matches. Like, put them together. But like Brian said, like, and I said it from the beginning, this is literally just pandering to the people of like Saudi Arabia. I don't even believe that I think he's Pakistani. So it's like. Is this your one? Has to be your one connection to the culture over there, I guess. I mean,
or maybe they really do are trying to pull something out of him or see something in him. It's taking a minute.
If it was his previous iteration where like you talked about the glove and everything, where he was just like he was a clear baby face.
Previous iteration was Retribution.
Another
the leader
misfire.
And then lost all the time.
And you know what? Maybe if he was still even that, I don't know. That would be a huge like, are you fucking serious? And if they did it well, whatever. But this whole like, it's not even clear what his thing is. It's just being positive. Like, if anything, he's giving more heel vibes than anything because he's still like being a prick about it, I guess. So
yeah. I'm like, and then all of a sudden he wins. I'm like.
No, this is Gunther all day.
They can do better with this. They can do better with Mustafa Ali. They can do better with him. But I think it's a clean.
Could you imagine Retribution comes back to help him win?
T-Bar and Mace. T-Bar and Mace.
Oh my god.
That was such a good idea in theory until I saw the name changes, and then I was like, "Oh, they're gonna fuck this up."
And then Shane Thorne's mask was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I was like, "What?"
I forgot Shane Thorne was in it. Oh,
yeah,
man.
He was. Yeah,
and he was a great tag team dude too. Wrestling, like they're TM. What was it? TM16 or TM30, whatever.
TM61. Yeah,
6-1. There you go. They were actually really hot tag team, and I don't know why they did them dirty.
They reminded me of DIY.
Because they released his partner for some reason. That's why they didn't work out.
Budget cuts.
Success.
But you're reportedly coming back again. Budget cuts. It's like, oh, you just sold for like $9 billion. You think there'll be money to go?
It's a merger, so budget positions get cut.
Here it comes, guys. Bray Wyatt gone. Karrion Kross gone. Johnny Gargano gone. Dexter Lumis gone.
They can't do that. They can't do that. They can't do that again. They can't.
I just hope they don't. But I'm just saying, it happens.
They gotta trim. They gotta trim the people who aren't really doing anything. That's the thing. They really gotta trim the people who.
Natalya.
Hey! That's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and it's time for her to go in and get it.
No. She has a lifetime contract with them. She ain't going nowhere. No.
Then be an ambassador. Be Mark Henry. I don't care.
That's exactly what she's doing. That's probably exactly what she's gonna do. Be an ambassador for the company.
Oh, no question. No question.
Be what's his face?
A trainer.
Why can't I think of his name? Titus O'Neil. Be Titus O'Neil.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What he's doing now is way better than whatever he was doing when he was wrestling.
I thought Titus Worldwide had potential.
Nah, I did too. Well, Paulo, I actually thought
Dana Brooke as the secretary. I thought that had potential, and they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. He should have been like, what's that guy's name? He was that guy that got fired years ago, Abraham Washington or something like that.
Abraham Washington.
AW, yeah.
Like he was.
Weirdly, I was thinking about him the other day. I was like, yo,
who was he the manager of?
Of Titus O'Neil and Darren Young, primetime players.
Oh, the primetime players. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He could have been that. Like he was like their first manager, and he got trouble for like the Kobe Bryant comment years ago.
Say about Kobe.
He was in Colorado. They were in Colorado, and he was like basically along the lines that he was having like Titus O'Neil was having his way in the ring like Kobe had in the hotel room. It was bad.
I think I remember he's like, I think he said something like Titus O'Neil is like Kobe Bryant in a hotel room in Colorado. He's unstoppable. Some shit.
It's like it was the worst timing, the worst thing. I'm like, who?
Jesus.
I'm like, dog, you must have been trying to get fired.
Easily.
You must have been trying to.
I'm trying to be risque. What are you talking about?
Like, and especially that was during the PG era, so it's like, no, that was not going to fly.
No, not at all.
Like, no, that was not going to fly. Not at all. We have a big time match, probably one of our first main event matches. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the undisputed tag team champions, versus the Bloodline, not the Usos, not the Usos.
We know how this is going.
Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. What do you guys think about this matchup
here? You just butchering all the names tonight.
No, well actually, to be honest, he's been saying Sikoa since like episode 1. This is actually the first time we've corrected them. We've corrected them on it. I just never said.
You guys, wait, what episode is this? Like 15? Finally start correcting me. Thanks, guys. Solo Sikoa, like I don't know.
It was time, Dan. It was time.
Solo, the enforcer, that guy, the big guy,
the thumb guy.
Sikoa.
Not Coca-Cola.
The blonde hair one. The only guy in the bloodline with the blonde hair. Okay, there we go. All right, the blonde one, Blondie. That's what I want to call him now.
Yeah,
Blondie.
but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. This whole bloodline thing with Sami and Kevin is, I don't know. It's starting to fall flat on me a little bit. Like they're just doing this just to bring. I know it's to lead to the breakup of the bloodline, but it's just like, yo, and this is why I've been yammering about like, yo, split up these tag titles and just give me 2 divisions, please. Like this is just holding every other tag team up, and they're just doing nothing. And it's like you're so focused on this feud. I feel like it's not. I mean, I guess maybe should have wrapped up at WrestleMania, but it's still going on. And like even Kevin Owens is like, why are we still still talking to these dudes? And it's just like there's no reason for them to keep talking. I told you Roman doesn't care about you. Like, yo.
Maybe this is a way to break up Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Which I think needs to happen. I don't think they should.
At this point, because it's like Sami Zayn now is just being an idiot. It's just being an idiot. Like, I don't know how many times does Kevin Owens have to try to talk sense to him. Even with Riddle.
It makes sense. Yeah,
Riddle, the Usos, it's like, like you're with your best friend again. Like, that's what you wanted. Like, this should be it. Like, you guys should just be defending the titles now. And it's not that.
Yeah, and it's just like I get what they're doing. Yeah, he's trying to push the Usos to leave Roman, and that blows up the bloodline. And then, I guess you get the main event Jay versus Roman at some point. But I don't know. For me, it's just taking too long. Like they should have already. I mean, maybe it is too early to crumble it at Night of Champions, but. I don't know. I guess SummerSlam can't get here soon enough, so I guess
exactly.
So who you picking? Who you picking?
Kevin and Sami. There's no way Roman's gonna have 4 titles on him right now. Like, come on now.
I mean, I don't. I mean, he might go for a third one. I mean, shit, it's Roman. You never know.
He wins money.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this man pulled a Brock Lesnar and said, "No, okay, I'm coming out the Rumble number 1."
Yo, I mean, he does have that power. Everybody out. He does have that power right now, so I guess so.
All right, so. Like, I honestly thought, as far as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn went, that Backlash was supposed to be the end of this feud. As far as I said, as far as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I would thought
it is a different feud. It is a different feud.
How?
Yeah,
they're not facing the Usos. They're not facing
but they still faced them multiple times, twice already since that.
Yeah, but this is still the entire bloodline. But this whole match is obviously just to get to the I guess the climax of the breakup of the bloodline. We already know that he's in tension with the Usos. I think we saw last week on SmackDown, the Usos attacked Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and while Roman Reigns was cutting the promo, and then Roman looked at them and said, "This wasn't a part of the plan. I didn't tell you guys to come out here." And then when he walked out, he accidentally bumped into Solo, and like he almost apologized, or almost looked like he didn't want to bump into.
He looked like he's scared of Solo.
Yeah, exactly. And all that. And what he just did, he just made Solo Sikoa look a lot more intimidating now. Now people are gonna take Solo a lot more seriously now, take him as a possible threat now to Samoa Spike. But I definitely do think that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are gonna walk away with the win. Yeah, the Usos are definitely gonna get involved unintentionally and cost Roman the match. Solo's probably gonna be the one to take the pin. And as far as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn goes, I think after this feud, they're probably gonna start feuding with Imperium over the tag team titles. Which in ring wise, those are going to be some great matches, and then we get to continue with the breakup of the bloodline. But yeah, I got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Both of you guys picked Sami Zayn in KO last pay-per-view. You guys were wrong. The bloodline did win, and I think this is an How do you add?
Didn't they win at Backlash?
No. They lost. Solo got the pin.
Oh, because it was
the bloodline one.
It was 3-on-3, right?
Yeah, it was a 6-man.
With Riddle. You guys were wrong about that. The bloodline, I think everybody can kind of feel it getting a little still, right? Like we're reaching a point where it's kind of like we need something big to happen. What's bigger than Roman Reigns being more of a prick and having all the titles? He has all the titles. What is more being a prick in wrestling than having all the titles? Anybody who has had all the titles has been a prick. Seth Rollins. You think about Kurt Angle and TNA. Austin Aries when he won all the titles. All the guys, when they win the titles, they become more of a prick, more of an ass.
Shit.
We have Money in the Bank. We still got to build that till SummerSlam. There's
I was just thinking about something.
I don't think there's any pay-per-view in June. So you have to figure out a way to keep.
Is it Money in the Bank?
I thought Money in the Bank is I think it's in July.
Oh, you might be right.
Yeah, see, I was just thinking of something. I'm still gonna go Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, but the idea of Roman and Solo winning the tag team titles with the Usos possibly still being in the bloodline, and then which could possibly lead to a tag team title match between the two.
It adds
story-wise, that makes a lot of sense.
I don't see it happening.
Here's another thing. Now, Kevin Owens and Sami, you can kind of do their little breakup or whatever the case may be. What's the one thing on Raw that they do not have right now with this World Heavyweight Championship? Challengers. They don't have any challengers. Whoever wins the title, who are they going to face? A returning Drew McIntyre is on the table. But you need more people in place. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens can be in play for that title going forward to build it up until SummerSlam. But the bloodline right now, I feel like there's too much money in the bloodline to just be like, okay, we're going to end it. The tag team titles on Roman Reigns and Sikoa could add to Sikoa. God damn it. Solo. I'm just going to call him Solo Cup.
There's no Solo, bro.
Solo.
But you know, the only thing I say about that is the tag titles have literally been on every Raw and SmackDown since WrestleMania. And you know Roman's not going to take on more. They're already talking about him taking more time off. So there's no way he's going to hold hostage the championships and the tag championships. Come on, there's going to be no titles left on WWE.
This has got to be this. They got to do this because first of all, what's the one thing they can add to Roman Reigns' legacy? He already eclipsed the
exactly, but he's also going to wrestle less. They're not going to have him literally have.
He can show up like once a week.
That's the thing. He's not going to. He's not going to show up once a week. He's talking about like once a month now. He's trying to get on a Brock schedule.
That's all you need.
He's like, yo, give me WrestleMania, give me Rumble, give me SummerSlam. I'm there. That's it.
Man, I'm telling you,
he ain't gonna hold four. He ain't gonna hold four titles hostage.
This is the one thing Roman has not been able to do. To add that to his resume as a champion,
he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it though.
He doesn't need it. But
Roman's been the tag team champion though.
Yeah,
no, he has. But as the world heavyweight champion, think of the ego trip that would be for his character and as a storyline and as that builds.
That's holding up way too much. I think that's holding up way too much because
they can afford. If anything, they can afford to do it for a month or two. They can afford to do it.
I don't know.
Afford to. I'm going bloodline. It's the one thing in his cap that he does not have. That's the one thing he does not have. I'm going bloodline. I was right last month.
If that happens, I will be. if that happens, I'm gonna be flabbergasted and.
Yeah. No, this is the match where. Yeah. This is the match where, regardless of the result, the story coming out of it or moving forward is going to be like very like intriguing.
Yeah, because it's like you're literally gonna. Because if he does win, it's literally just shitting on the Usos so hard to the point that they're like, "Yo, screw you, we want the titles back." But if that happens, they have to win it back, and that's the end of the bloodline.
Or they destroy each other and vacate the titles.
Everybody gets a break.
Everybody goes on hiatus.
Everybody just drops all the titles. They implode.
Nah, but I'm going to Bloodline. All right, let's go to a match which is crazily picked up this past week on Raw with the attack of Brock Lesnar on Cody Rhodes to his left arm. What do you guys think about this one? I went with who did I go with? I went with Brock Lesnar on this one. I feel like this is going to continue. I feel like this. Let me further talk about this because it made me think about the way that Brock Lesnar attacked his arm. The way that he attacked his arm, it made me think about Dusty Rhodes when he was attacked by the Four Horsemen. Way back in the day, there's an old vigilant that WCW did, or NWA, or whatever the time was. The Four Horsemen following Dusty Rhodes into a parking lot and basically breaking his arm. So I feel like that was an homage to that moment there, which I thought was kind of cool. But I just think the broken arm, like he wrestled with a torn pec, but he has a bad arm against Brock Lesnar. There's no way he's going to win this match. There's no way he's going to win this match. I just don't. They can't do that to free agent Brock Lesnar. Yeah. They can't do that.
And that's the reason why I'm so conflicted about this match. Because, like we said, the next pay-per-view that's up next is Money in the Bank, right? Mm-hmm. So you would think that if Cody Rhodes is to be in Money in the Bank, that then this feud has to end here with him with the victory. But like you said, do you want to do that over risking the attraction of Brock Lesnar? Because he can't. Because
as biggest draw in wrestling,
as much crap as I talked about Brock Lesnar for the top 16, that was just the top 16. As an attraction, you have to protect. You do have to protect.
Oh, Brock now Lesnar he's the attraction, but he can't be considered a top guy.
This era.
Wow.
The top 16 right now. We're talking about in this current day and age. We're not talking about comparing him to the best of all time. We're talking about this year, 2023, on Monday Night Raw. So
I will never let this live down that the man is not even considered, and yet you're sitting here calling him a big attraction.
He's second 32. He's second 32.
Sports Key didn't have Brock in the top 10 either. So it wasn't.
Sports Key didn't have him. So
yeah. What about ESPN?
Check all the lists.
I probably would have had him at 5. No one ESPN.
I wonder why.
Yeah, but to put someone for this match, I mean, Cody with the broken arm, I think they pretty much just did that because Cody being the top baby face, and like he kind of has a way out now. Like, okay, his arm was broken going into the match, so I got Brock Lesnar. Now, does the feud? Now, let me ask both of you this. Now, does the feud continue after this, or is this the end?
It has.
It continues.
It continues.
Because I guarantee they either have like a Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam or some shit like that, or like a street fight or whatever, or a cage match. I don't know.
Okay, so if that's the case, should we all give up the hope of Cody Rhodes beating Roman Reigns at SummerSlam? Should we give that up now?
Ooh. We don't necessarily have to, but they definitely can continue the feud in the Money in the Bank match. They can definitely continue it there. They can continue it there. Put them both in the match, and then if we're not going to give up on our dream of Cody Rhodes facing Roman Reigns,
I just hope. Yeah, no, sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like you have them both in the match, and Cody overcomes Brock Lesnar again. He gets the Money in the Bank, and then he goes to face Roman Reigns. I feel like that's something that they could do, but I just don't. I don't know. With the way Brian said that, I don't know if they're going to do that now. Because I feel like that's a way that you can still have Brock Lesnar just be a thorn in his side. Is to cost him that Money in the Bank match.
Yeah,
I feel like that's one thing that they can do.
I was thinking. I was like, well, okay, if he's not in Money in the Bank and they're still doing Brock, I mean,
Brock gets
there's I'm like, there's always Royal Rumble, but I'm like, you're not gonna have Cody win the Royal Rumble 2 years back to back.
No, you can do that.
You can't do that. So
no, they can't. Just no.
I don't know. Unless
that's main event Jey Usos to win. It's Jey Usos to win. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I'll have a better, clear decision after Money in the Bank. If he doesn't win, then I am probably losing sight on that, or they'll wait till like the following year. I don't know, because that's and again, this is back to the brand split. Is it really? Are they really going to keep it a hard brand split, or somehow, Cody dropped to the SmackDown, or blah 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 blah, and then the
only way they do that,
Joker card bullshit. I don't know, whatever.
The only way they do that is if he wins at the Royal Rumble again, because that's the way that Mr. Law was able to go over. But it's like I don't want them to do that, so they got to figure out some way to get it there. So I don't know.
Yeah, he already had his Rumble win. He's not gonna have it again. But did they say when the attack happened? They said that Cody has a broken arm.
I mean, he threw a keg at it. I can't remember.
No, I know, but like, I don't know. I didn't watch all of Raw. I was watching the highlights and stuff, and I saw the attack. But like, was verbiage said like, or later, like they were checking him out and he has a broken arm, fractured this.
See, that was the thing. After Brock beat his ass in the ring, they kept trying
out.
He came back out initially when Brock beat him up backstage. Then they had their segment. Brock beat him up some more, and I remember they kept going to Byron Saxton trying to get a medical update on him, and Cody kept refusing medical attention. And then that led to the Triple H coming.
Triple H.
Yeah, and the Triple H promo, Triple H pretty much telling them that like you need to get this looked at, and then Cody pretty much saying, "What would you do if it was you?" And yeah. So they didn't say it was a broken arm. I think they're specifically Cody is like refusing medical attention, but it's like,
they give him the Taker cast and then rip it off in Hell in a Cell. Like, was it Brock that he lost the title to, that when he had the broken hand, Taker? When Taker had the broken hand,
in Hell in a Cell.
He kept beating everybody up with the cast, but then when he faced Brock, he like ripped it off or whatever.
I think Undertaker legitimately broke his hand, and I think he had another injury in that Hell in a Cell match. And for him to do all of that in that match, I was just like, God damn. And then I think in the original Hell in a Cell match with Mick Foley, I think he had a broken foot.
He did. Nah. That's legit. He did that. That's legit.
I'm like, how the hell did he?
Now I'm gonna.
That's the reason why the match was structured that way to go around all.
But he came. Just a side note, but he came from the roof and jumped in the ring with a broken foot and shit. Like what?
I would have just flat out like laid down. I'm like, I fell through too. Oh my foot. I don't know this Cody's Brock, and when he had him in the Kimura, I thought they were gonna do what he like, because Triple H came out. I thought they were gonna do the same thing how when Brock did it to Triple H and he put him in the Kimura, but when Brock did that Kimura to Triple H, it really looked like he broke his arm, because this man went, he had him, and then he was like, and you were like, like, yo. This dude really knows how to crank it on.
Like, why would they do
that? I don't know. And I was reading something somewhere where they were like, okay, like you've already, and it wasn't an angle, obviously, but you had Cody wrestle with the torn pec, and that gave him a huge pop because it was still a great match and everything. But now, like, to keep kind of going in that direction, like, oh, now he has a broken arm and he's got to face Brock, and then if he wins, it's like, okay, are you just gonna make Cody like indestructible man or whatever? This man's gonna have broken ligaments and can still beat Brock Lesnar. Like,
the guy's name in The Boys, the superhero, the USA guy that always
what's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Shit, it's not All Might. It's fucking. Why am I spacing on his name? Whatever.
Homelander.
Homelander, that's what it is. Yeah, basically,
that's who Cody Rhodes is, man. He can do it all.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the only way I see Cody winning is if somebody comes out to help him, and then Brock focuses on that person. I mean, I don't know. That's Has it been confirmed he resigned or no?
Nobody is right.
Has it been confirmed that he's resigned?
They're dragging it out. I feel like they're dragging it out. He has to.
He doesn't have to.
They can't lose him. They can't lose him.
I mean, they already.
They can't. I don't know. I'm saying WWE can't lose him.
Yeah, I don't know why they're playing hardball with him though. It's like, yo, this man held your company down during the pandemic, which was some of the toughest times for television and everything in the Thunderdome and such. So just for that alone, you need to be taking care of him.
He's a top guy. He's the top guy.
Yeah.
You sold out. You sold out the UK with this guy in the main event.
I think
they pay that man.
Yeah, I don't even think it's a money thing. I read somewhere there was more of a creative standpoint, like he wasn't like in like the storylines they were trying to like put him in or whatever direction they're going in, which whatever that means, whether it means him they should like, just have him go balls out, just fucking Glasgow kick to fucking everybody. Exactly. Like this man's fucking huge. Like he could just be coming out and bow. You're like, oh shit, like Drew's back. Like
just have him be a badass. That's all. Yeah. That's all you need to do. It's not hard. It's not difficult.
If Drew came back, that would actually be like a spectacle because that would be, some payback and all the wars they had and whatever, easily that could solve a big problem right there. So, but I'm gonna go Brock because nothing shows me indicating that it's gonna go the other way. I think he got a lucky win at Backlash and the whole injury angle.
Yeah, that's another. And then I just don't like to have he has an injured hand. Like he already got his ass whipped before and barely won, and now he has an injured hand. There's no way he should beat Brock Lesnar. Yeah. There's no way. Like right now, there's no way. There's no way he should beat Brock Lesnar.
Somebody runs Brock while he's on his way to the arena. Ah! But yeah, I see Brock.
I mean, unless Drew McIntyre attacks him for whatever reason, but there's no reason for him attacking him.
Yeah.
Like I don't get that point. So it's like,
I'm gonna kill the beast.
That's like all you can say at this point, I guess.
Brings back the sword. Kill the beast. Braveheart.
Yeah.
All right, but let's get to our vacant World Heavyweight Championship match, where the winner will be exclusively on Raw. And a great matchup between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. What do you guys think about this one?
For the match itself, we're gonna get a great match. I mean, these are the two of the top competitors in the company right now. I mean, we can say so many things about AJ Styles. We can say so many things about Seth Rollins. And if both guys were on the same fucking show, this match would make so much more sense. It'd be so much more interesting. but because they opened this tournament up to SmackDown as well, we all know who's coming out on top. We all know who the odds-on favorite is. I mean,
what if AJ wins? They go to Raw, though.
If AJ wins, he goes to Raw. Does the OC? But does the rest of the OC go with him? Because they
got drafted together. They got drafted together.
Because if they don't, and he goes to Raw and they stay on SmackDown, they're gonna die a slow death. They need AJ Styles.
Easily.
Whoa! That can start the tag team division.
Exactly, the same tag team division with traveling tag team champions. Therefore, like Lewis said, leaving the other tag teams in limbo every week. Exactly.
They can have a tournament. This tournament has worked out well.
Yo, this is not AEW, man. Like I said, and I have no problem with them doing it. They just do too many of them. It's just like shit. It's like Like I get it.
They've slowed down. They've slowed down on the tournament.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to do one every other month. Like yo, relax.
Hey, we need new number one contenders.
Yeah. But in ring wise, we're gonna get a great match between these two. I remember during Seth Rollins' interview, they showed some highlights of a match between the two of them back in 2006, where Seth Rollins was only 19 years old, and AJ Styles that said then that Seth was going to be the future of the business, which was very interesting. I do know they've gone against each other like within the last like 3 or 4 years. And I think Seth Rollins got the win, and it was a good match. So in ring wise, we're gonna get a great match. I'm gonna go Seth Rollins on this one. I mean, he's been the guy on Monday Night Raw outside of Cody Rhodes. He's been the most over with the matches with Logan Paul and such. Obviously, the match against Omos gave Omos the best match of his career. Probably will only be the only highlight of Omos' career. It's probably going to stay that way for a while. So we got Daniel, just for that alone, Seth Rollins should win the title.
It takes two to tango here. It takes two to tango in the ring. Seth Rollins wasn't in there by himself. I'm just saying that. Just saying that.
Agree. But let's be real. Omos probably gave like 20%, and then Seth had the other 80%.
Does he not get credit for the group project?
Exactly what I'm just saying. It's to the tango. But percentage wise, Seth was up here. Omos was there.
Oh man!
I think we should just pay a little bit more respect for Nigeria.
Seth Rollins is going to be the champion. Like Triple H said, this new title, you need a workhorse, and no one's more representative of that than Seth Rollins. So you got to go Seth.
Yeah, as much as I want another AJ run, I think Seth's definitely put in the work, and I don't know. I don't like the whole like shoe-in kind of like how we like all thought like Cody. And I think the example of Cody where like, oh, he has to win, blah, blah, blah. They've invested all this money and then look what happened. You're like, oh shit, they went the other way. So I don't know if this doesn't feel like it's going that way because, it's a vacant title. You're not ruining. AJ's not gonna get buried from not winning this title, but his time is also coming up. A lot of these guys are getting older, but I don't know. And my gut is telling me I don't feel the switcheroo coming, but at the same time, it's been wrong before. But
so you're going Seth Rollins?
I'm gonna go Seth. I'll be happy if AJ wins, and if they bring the OC over. Cool. If Seth's gonna get his own redemption story, I'm down for it. But then, do you make AJ heel at this point? Is he already a heel? I guess I don't know. I'm not mad with either decision, honestly.
As you were saying, when Cody Rhodes got taken out, that was unpredictable because everybody was kind of saying he's going to win this belt. It represents who he is as a champion. It's a homage to WCW, his father, the big belt, all that good stuff. And then I started thinking because there's one little thing that we've been forgetting. There's one little thing that we haven't thought of, and that's the person that Seth Rollins defeated at WrestleMania.
Logan Paul.
He has to be involved in this some way, right?
I don't think he'll take another loss, though.
If they were going to put the title,
they're going to put the title on Logan Paul, and he'll be
no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he cost him the match.
Oh, like Logan Paul cost Seth the match?
He has been quiet. We haven't seen him. It's not a
champion. Because Seth beat him, and that was supposed to be the end of all that. We don't need. If Logan Paul's
still under contract, and what's coming up?
No, he signed a new contract.
Yeah, he did sign a new contract.
So what's coming up? Money in the bank. He can cost him
and it's in Saudi Arabia.
He can cost them in London.
London.
SummerSlam is a big time main event match. But I kind of thought about that. I'm going to go Seth Rollins, but I'm just saying that caveat of that. What's a little bit more of a thorn in somebody's side than costing them a world title match when they're supposed to win it? And hopefully Logan Paul is a heel. Like, well, that's what he is, regardless of what WWE wants to try to make him.
Yeah, just for future reference, I'm going to say this right now. If Logan Paul wins the Money in the Bank, I'm going to have some shit to say on this podcast for the next episode. I'm gonna make what I said about begging more women to come out against Vince McMahon. I'm gonna say more shit than that. Logan Paul wins Money in the Bank. Because I'm serious. As soon as I saw that report that was a possibility, I got so pissed off because that's the last person that needs to be winning Money in the Bank.
What's the best way to reintroduce him into WWE right now? He's been gone for a month. He's been gone for 2 months actually.
No, he can be in the match. He just can't win it. Because you put him in the match, he's gonna get highlights. He's gonna do crazy stuff. He just better not win it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Why'd you have to bring that up? Now I'm all like, yeah.
I'm just saying. If there was a way to do it, do I want AJ to win it that way? Of course not, because I think AJ, of course, phenomenal one of the greatest wrestlers ever. Shouldn't be in that type of win mode unless he was going to be heel. But I just don't see sense for the Raw roster to have him as a heel right now. But it's just like that. That's the only caveat for me. I'm going Seth Rollins, but I'm just like, Logan Paul hasn't been seen in 2 months. These guys had a very heated feud. So I'm like, I can see that continuing. And then a way to kind of continue that storyline. And Logan Paul has been in main event matches. He has been against all these guys on a main event level. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in Money in the Bank or he gets another title shot at some point, regardless of his win-loss record.
What I can't wait for is when we finally get Seth versus Roman. I don't know why this has been held off for so long, but
they're not going to do that. They're going to hold.
Not right now. I'm just saying I can't wait for that to happen. Like whether it's like the
because
Rumble
it needs to happen, right?
Like
it needs to. Cody versus Roman needs to happen at some point again. Fucking Seth versus Roman at some point needs to happen again. A lot of people that we want to see mix it up that shouldn't be mixing up, but to get that feather in his cap, right? Like to get that moment for Seth, who kind of needs that moment, that would be a moment for him going against Roman and winning that type of matchup. So, future down the line, of course, that can happen. We're all going Seth Rollins here, which is interesting because I think that whole thing with Logan Paul potentially being a thorn in his side, I'm kind of thinking that could happen, unfortunately. But just to do the rundown again, we got Trish Stratus over Becky Lynch. We got Rhea over Natalya. Brian has Bianca Belair over Asuka. Me and Lewis have Asuka. We got clean sweep Gunther over Mustafa Ali. You guys are going Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I'm going the Bloodline again. We got a clean sweep on Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. So that's our picks for Night of Champions. We'll see how that goes. All right, let me hit that. And now what we've all been waiting for, if I can get this to share the screen. I don't have sound effects.